What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. So, JIMZ called himself shooting that Briz Ross thing. According to JIMZ, he mocking Briz for getting hit by Calico Father and retiring from battle rap. According to him, he acting like a crybaby and he should suck it up. And while Briz talking about he wants the bag is no longer there. It's gone. Your stock is gone down. That you retired on a bad note. And all that people know about you is that you got your butt whooped. The irony. The irony. Really, JIMZ? Really, JIMZ? You, out of all people, have the nerve to confront Briz Ross thing about getting popped off on and not wanting to rap. Have you forgot what happened to you? Have you forgotten what happened to you? Please explain to the people what happens in the goods battle. When you got beat down in the goods battle by Goods and his guys and them and they tomato paste your mouth. Tell them what happened. What did you do? What did you do? Boy, these people be tripping me out. What did you do, JIMZ? Didn't you retire for like 2 years? Didn't you go out of the country to Australia? Didn't you do that? Let's talk about it. You want to call out Briz when you just as guilty or even worse. You just as guilty or even worse. I'm going to say you worse. You worse. You got beat up that whole year. Okay? And your way of get back to feel good about yourself was to come to an event with 7, 8 of your guys and you knock out Rome DMV in front of Black Compass. You knocked out Rome DMV in front of Black Compass. And then when the man asked you for the one-on-one personal fade, because according to him, you snuffed him and he didn't know, which is crazy because they was looking each other face to face. But I'm just going to take his word for it. You snuffed him without him knowing it. And Jay Blacknam even offered to put the money up for y'all to fight one-on-one fairly, even with boxing gloves. And you turned it down and said no. You didn't want to fight Rome DMV professionally with boxing gloves for money. They were going to give them money to do it too. But you were willing to fight him for free. Right. This coming before when you was on your way to a battle rap event for RBE, you was met on the street by a homeless man who floored you to the ground and you got right up and walked into the event. You didn't even look behind you to see was he still there. You got up off the ground. You didn't even dust yourself off. And you walked straight into the event. That's what happened to him. You tell me if that's a guy who know how to fight. You tell me if that's a guy who actually really about that life. Well, you get rocked by a homeless man from behind. You get up and then you just walk straight into the event like nothing just happened to you. Who don't even look back? If I get hit from the back and I get up, that's the first thing I'm doing. I'm looking in the back to see where he at. They go, come on, man, stop it. No. No. That let me know a lot. When I saw him do that, that let me know a lot. I say, hold on. That dude just got hit from the back and got laid out. Get right up, don't look back, but proceed to walk forward into the venue. That ain't a person that know how to fight. That's not a person that fight or know how to fight, okay? That's a person, he ain't even aware of his surroundings, okay? So he really ain't even about that life at all. That let me know he can't fight, he don't want to fight, and he not about that life. I don't know a guy who know how to fight or want to fight or can fight, and that's about that life. Get hit from the back, get up, and don't look around. That's like reflexes. That's mandatory to see where that shot came from. Where he at? He's still around? That ain't what happened. And y'all know I'm not lying. Anybody who saw the video footage, tell me I'm not lying. Keep it 100. Put it in the comments if I was lying. Come on now, I'm telling you the truth. He the worst. Y'all be asking me questions sometimes like, Truth, why do you be bombing on JIMZ every now and then? This same JIMZ, who is a full-blooded white man, his mama and father is full-blooded white, which means he's full-blooded white. No mix. But he can pass as a Hispanic. And he took that upon himself to do so, lying about his nationality, to make himself to be a minority, even though he come from a good upbringing with white folks. His mom and father still together to this day, happily married ever since before he was born. That's the family he come from. This is no lie. This is the family he come from. He got a real father. A father that read books to him when he was a child. A father that bought him his first car at the age of 16. A father that bring the check home. A father that work. A father that dress up like Santa Claus on Christmas and come with real gifts for everybody. 3, 4 different gifts apiece for all 5, 6 of his brothers and sisters. A real father who taught him how to work on cars, taught him how to fill out his first job application, taught him the birds and the bees, not strangers and not guys mama was knocking down, stopping by every once in a while. A real father that never left home. Married his mama, did something honorable for her. That's how they go back. Morals and values. But wait, you pretended to be a minority so that you could say the N-word in battle rap, so that you could say nigga in battle rap? That's what he did. Am I lying, y'all? That's what he got mad at Rome for. Even though it was Jay Black who actually did all the research. Jay Black did all the research, tapped into his private life, found out about this man actually is a full-blooded white man. His mama and father was married before he was even born and conceived. They ain't even broke up yet. This man sitting up here told everybody he was a minority, Hispanic. And in all his battles, he called them people nigger. Guess what, y'all? When that came out and exposed him, he was mad because he lied to Cortez, pretending to be one of his Hispanic brothers. And all along, he a full-blooded white man calling everybody niggers. Then when that came out and showed that he wasn't a minority, now he don't say the N-word no more in none of his battles, since he been exposed to being a white man. Now in all his battles, he don't say the N-word no more. But before that came out, in every battle, he was calling everybody niggas. Right. And didn't even apologize about it. And I'm supposed to respect him for what? I mean, don't get me wrong, it is what it is. There's a lot of people in this world worse than that. But it's just the point. The nerve of you to try to call anybody out on anything and you done something like that. How you gonna call out Bridge Rothstein for anything? That's a black man. You a white man that was just calling him niggas. Is you kidding me? Listen to you for what? Pop something real for what? Man, please, it ain't that easy at all. Not this way. Sorry. Sorry. That don't work over here, brother. I ain't one of them ones. You ain't even remorseful for what you did. The nerve of you to try to call out anybody. Stop it. Another thing this fake dude did. I caught the dude on Twitter one time when I didn't even know who he was. I caught the dude on Twitter one time. I didn't even know who he was. And the guy was on Twitter lighting me up, saying all type of disrespectful things towards me. And I didn't even know who the dude was. Him and Butterfly. That's why sometimes I didn't let Butterfly go. I don't really light him up no more like I normally used to do sometimes as a result of that incident too, because it was him and JIMZ doing that together. And I didn't know nothing about it. And the blogger who I was real close with that was showing me love, he actually sent me the link. And I saw it all happening. And the brothers were being very disrespectful, lying, and saying a lot of things against me because they both were supporting Unbiased. They was Unbiased supporters when me and Unbiased was having our back and forth, and they came to his aid to try to triple team me because they was rocking with him because, you know, he got influence in this game. But I would say this was before he was indicted on the rapes. Even though at that time they were going at me, he was out there raping all them girls. It hadn't came to the light yet. But the crazy thing about it, when it did come to the light, Jim still was in support of Unbiased. He still, to this day, support him. He still show him favor. And he just not too long ago, he tried to get the battle rap community to accept and embrace Unbiased and then lied for Unbiased to try to make it seem like his charges was over. He not going to court no more. That what was said about him was lies and that he proved that the victim was lying on him. He said all that. I don't have no respect for that dude like that. Why would you lie like that? He never proved the victim to be lies. He never showed documents and paperwork proving his innocence. Why would you sit there and lie like that to get the battle rap community to embrace a man who physically violated and raped black women against their will? It makes sense because you're a white man who was just calling them niggas. So you ain't got no problem with Unbiased raping black women when you were just calling black people niggas as a full-blooded white man. So of course you're going to be in his corner. Of course you want him free so he can continue to violate black women. Like, come on with this. Come on, bro. Who you talking to? The nerve of you to say something against anybody when in your heart you got you feel some type of way about black people. It's obvious you wanted to be one. You try to pretend like you was a minority, copying our swag, copying our talk, copying our dress, want us black guys to give you protection. That's why most of your homies, so-called black, like, get up out of here. Dude's terrible. That's facts. It is what it is, though, man. And it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment, that's some question, it's yours. But the nerve of you to try to speak about anybody, the nerve of you to try to speak against Bridge Rothstein. You got beat up, punched on, dropped by a homeless man, whooped by goods, and then tried to pick on Rome DMV because you knew that he was little. Like, man, get up out of here. Come on, dude. You can't talk about nobody. You can't talk about Bridge. You talk about Calico Father hitting Bridge, talking about, man, that wasn't even really a hard punch. Then you stand in front of it. You stand in front of it and let's see, was it really a hard punch? Did you take the hit? How you going to determine that it wasn't hard because you wasn't standing there taking it? When Good popped you in the mouth and blood gushed everywhere, when he hit you with them gems, he hit you with real gems. That ring had gems in it, and he hit you in the mouth with it. Did it really hurt? Because the blood said it hurt it. Did it hurt? You're sitting up there looking stupid, getting hands and feet put on you, but you want to laugh at somebody else. Come on, you sound crazy. Gonna call out Briz for it, and you got a lot of it. We see it happen to Briz once. We see it happen to you 3-4 times. Calico father swing on Briz, but hold on. Calico father swing on Briz. Calico father. Calico's father. Wait. Didn't you get in a fight with some guy? And you went and go get your father? Could you please tell the battle rap community what happened when you got into the fight with the guy and you went and go get your father? And your father came and helped you. Tell them what you did. We want to just show how much of a sucker you are. Tell him what you did. Remember, he got a real father. Not like some of us who may know who our father is, but he was never really in our life. You know the story for most black people. Tell what happened to your real father, Jim. Tell him what happened to your real father when he came to your aid to fight for your behalf when you got jumped. When you got beat. He didn't get jumped. That slipped out of my mouth. He got beat up by one man. One man. Tell them what happened when you went and go get your father, and both you and your father went back out there to confront that man who beat you up. Tell them what you did. I'm going to tell it, because he's not going to tell it. Guess what he did? That same man who beat him up and he went and go get his father, and his father and him went and go sort that man out, he watched that same man who just beat him up whoop his father. Now, let me ask y'all something. Is somebody beating your father up? Your father fighting this man because he beat you up. If you see your father get beat up by the same man who's beating you up, or if you see your father getting beat up at all, what would you do as a son knowing you live with your father? Y'all live together. This ain't some passing by father who in and out your life. It's a person who been in your life before you was even. Come on now. Who's still married to your mama. You still live under the roof with them. What would you do? What would any real person do? First of all, you just gonna have to beat me and my father up. I'm finna watch you whoop my father. A real father who give out allowances? A real father who I'm in his will? I inherit his goods? A real father? No, you're gonna have to whoop us both. You're gonna have to whoop us both. Now, if this was a deadbeat daddy, I don't know, I'm still gonna help my father, even if he was a deadbeat. I mean, it's just some type of attachment there. You still my father. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's what I do. No ifs and buts about it. No ifs and buts about it. You just got to whoop me and my father. You finna just be whooping my father in front of me. Think about that. His father getting whooped right in front of him. He's sitting there watching. He don't jump in. He don't help. But if I was his father, I would have whooped his ass. Like, hold on, you sitting there watching another man whoop me? You just fought this man. He whooped you. I'm only out here fighting him because he whooped you. You watching him whoop me and you won't even help? Oh, I'm whooping your ass. You a coward. I'm whooping your ass. So this man could kill me, do it, and you just sitting there watching. We both could have took him down. Hell, he can't beat us both, but you wouldn't even help. That's how much of a sucker he is. But you trying to call out Bridge Rothstein. White man. White man can't jump. You trying to call out Bridge Rothstein. Like, man, get out of here, brother. Who you talking to? I'm not letting you get away with that. I'm not finna let you slide with that. That being said, it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my job to ask a question. If you are, yeah, you a straight up sucker. You are overly sucker. Terrible.